Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Waking Up with Soop and Sugah. You guys are tuning into episode 55, and I, of course, am your host, the spectacular Soopkichen. With me today, my two regular co-hosts and a special guest co-host. Let's go with the Reggies first. The Reggies. DJJ Gao and
Hello.
Sugah Tits. How you doing, Sugah?
Hey.
And then, of course, our little something special, $20 a baggie.
Little something, something. Little something, something.
Bad News Brown. How you doing, buddy?
What's up?
Not much. Coming to us from the UK.
The UK. Yeah. London in the UK, more importantly.
More importantly, that's right. Didn't London fall? I swear to God, you know. Morgan Freeman told me.
Oh, wow.
Gerard Butler was there too, I think.
Exactly, yeah.
Guys, bad news, of course. Clanmate, ex-clanmate here. But we're going to let him tell you more about his thing. So, yeah, bad news. How'd you get into this Destiny thing, buddy?
Well, I started playing Destiny, obviously, the alpha, and then played the beta. I was a Call of Duty player before that, and not many people know that I was in the Call of Duty 4 World Finals in Germany, and I came 17th. So I was the 17th best player in the world at one point. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Those kids get born every day. The new bloods.
Those children.
Yeah, sorry about that, bro.
We get older. Our
But yeah.
reaction time goes down. It happens.
Exactly. Gamer for about 27 years. They're probably the same age as people on this show, and yeah, that's about it really.
What year
Been
were
in a couple.
What year were you competing?
I was competing. When did Call of Duty 4 come out? About 10 years ago, maybe a little bit longer.
Okay.
Yeah, back when we were young and spry, we do anything. We stay up all night on nothing but Mountain Dew and Doritos.
Yeah.
You're silly.
Or tea and crumpets, whatever. You know? So,
And what's the other game? Rainbow Six Vegas.
Vegas, I remember Vegas. Were you a Halo baby?
No, I was an Xbox 360 player originally, and yeah, but never Halo. Rainbow Six Vegas was my bag, and then I found Call of Duty.
Now, as far as systems, where does your loyalty lie? Like, has it always been PlayStation? Were you Nintendo at some point? Are you Nintendo now?
Yeah, okay, so I was Nintendo. And then one fateful Christmas, my mum offered me a PlayStation or a Sega Saturn, and foolishly I took the Sega Saturn.
Oopsie.
And yeah, yeah, I was Sega Saturn until PS2, and then I bought a PS2, and I've been PlayStation since, other than I had an Xbox 360 for Call of Duty reasons only.
Oh, okay. Of course, Call of Duty reasons only. Yeah, I mean, I think we were talking about this last week, because Guy was excited about the new Call of Duty that's coming out,
Yes.
just because he's like a World War II buff, you know?
Yes.
Are you excited for that one?
Yeah. Yeah, I did history at university, so similar. And I did World War 1 and 2. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome, fantastic. So you're definitely grabbing your hands.
Already went pre-ordered and everything. I'm good to go.
Yeah, I know you got your little tank and everything from GameStop for pre-order.
I got my display tank.
You
I got my
lackey,
hat.
you GameStop lackey.
But I can't play with the tank and the tub because it's cardboard.
Oh man.
So I lost out on that deal.
Old school game. Favorite old school game, Bad News.
Ooh. Wow, that's hard. I don't want to go with... Well, probably GoldenEye. GoldenEye got me into first-person shooters, so... GoldenEye.
GoldenEye was pretty cool, actually, man.
Nice.
If it wasn't for GoldenEye, I would still be playing sports games and Zelda.
It's true, because every system comes with a Madden. And as far as Zelda, I have two. I've never played a Zelda game. I do plan on sinking my teeth into it's the first one, the NES one. But I'm waiting to finish Ninja Gaiden before I do that. Before I dive into another Nintendo game. Otherwise, I'm playing all these games and
OMG.
yeah. Oh my god.
Well, I've still got a GameCube,
Crazy.
so I've still got Wind Waker and GameCube games like that. So.
Yeah, those are all going to be hunts for me as far as like future cons. That's it's definitely something I look for now that I didn't look for before. It was sealed old video games at cons or just games with boxes, which I think is hilarious. And I know you're a big Marvel buff too, right? Marvel, DC.
Yep. Yeah, that's my other passion. I'd say games, films, Marvel, and DC, and that is my bag, really.
That's the whole bunch of nerd that my lady has to deal with.
Yeah.
She just looks at you like, oh, you're such a kid. And you're like, well, you're with me. You think it's cute sometimes. Gotcha, bitch. So yeah, it's very, very fortunate that Bad News and I came to meet. It's just originally we were slotted in a mental health awareness stream that we were doing.
This is true.
That was set up by Belle Bunny from Garden Radio, and she's actually looking to do another one this year. And I'm just behind the scenes, kind of helping her organize that. So Bad News is definitely a spot there if you want to come back this year.
Most definitely, I will definitely be there. Something that I look to help in any way I can.
Yeah, most definitely.
With things like that, definitely.
And so we were slotted together. We played beforehand because the schedule was made, so we knew who we were going to be streaming with. And we decided to play beforehand just to get to know each other, kind of get a feel for who we were. That way, once we were on the show or on the time slot, we wouldn't be talking over each other.
Yep.
So we did. I think we played a couple strikes, and it's pretty awesome. I want to say everyone that I was slotted with, I think I became friends and still am friends with. I know I'm still friends with Zach Plays, DJ Cantrip. So I mean, just a lot of good people came from that stream. A lot of good friends. And Bad News had the audacity to ask if he could join Axon. I was like, well, we're mostly American, but I guess.
Yeah, well.
No, it's not true. We had Georgie before and a couple other players. But yeah, we do have our UK.
It kind of came at a good time for me because my clan that I was in disbanded. We were like a PvP only clan. It disbanded, and then I met you, and then still playing Destiny. And I remember thinking, maybe I can join that guy's clan. He seems alright. And that was about a year ago, and now we're here.
Yeah, he's alright.
Gearing up for Destiny 2.
Exactly.
Yes.
How excited are you, buddy, for D2?
I am extremely excited. I've already booked time off work. I have got it pre-ordered, the collector's edition and the special edition, because I'm not sure if I want the collector's edition yet.
But I need to be ready.
I need to be ready.
I need to be ready. Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm extremely hyped. I hope they fix the small mistakes they've got in this one, and I can't wait. I'm looking forward to the May the 18th.
What is the main mistake you want fixed? What is something you absolutely need in Destiny 2 that Destiny 1 just can't provide?
More frequent updates to the world, like maybe like a month, like Overwatch type thing where they have seasons. That kind. Yeah, that kind of. I'm looking for that kind of content from Destiny 2. This game, I mean, we've been playing it for 3 years, and pretty much other than a few updates, we play the same thing week day in, day out.
Pretty much, yeah, and
Which shows how disgusting.
which shows how disgusting we are. It's true. So yeah, so we've had a good time, and we plan on continuing having a good time here. But guys, let's move on here from reminiscing to our first segment of the morning here, video game news. Now, guys, of course, we're going to start off with Destiny, and I think the big news for today is Iron Banner returning. The rewards, you guys have to look forward to a clever dragon and the machine gun. What's the name of the machine gun there? The one with the fur?
The silver dread?
Yeah, the silver dread.
Silver dread, yeah.
There you go. And
the one with the fur.
The one with the fur. Shax gave that big booty a twirl. Guys, your legs and chest armor, if that's something that you're like looking to get rolled a specific way as far as like discipline, intellect, strength, or just, I need some fucking fusion, carry more fusion ammo because I want to carry 15 rounds of my sleeper simulant. So just go ahead and take a peek at what Lady Aphrodite has got for you. I don't know how much Iron Banner are you guys gonna be grinding out?
I don't think I'm gonna be raiding. I need the gear from King's Fall.
Oryx is back this week to get his ass whooped.
Yep.
It's true, I want to do it on my Titan so I can look like I used to year two.
Yeah, because I have everything that Banner's offering this week. I have it.
Yeah.
So I gotta get the gear.
I'm gonna do Banner because it's Mayhem. I mean, if it wasn't Mayhem, I'd probably give it a miss, but it's Mayhem.
It is Mayhem.
You spoke the
Mayhem
magic
Clash.
words.
Yeah,
that's right. It is going to be
Who doesn't love
Mayhem Clash.
Mayhem?
Of course, Sugah's going to be diving into it. I need to dive into it to hit rank 5 for the book.
I did that last
I've kind of been
night.
ignoring the last 2 Iron Banners, so I got to get back on that one. But besides that, it's like Al said, it's going to be raiding. It's going to be helping people with raids, and then maybe leveling up Hollabon's character. Just helping him get. He's what, 380?
Yeah, he
380
just hit
last
380 last night.
So
Nice.
maybe do
Yeah,
so we
very
can
cool.
maybe do a
and
raid
we
tonight.
finished that Galahorn quest for him.
Yeah, so he can now
So
rock his Galahorn.
he's got it.
He's got it.
He's got it.
But yeah, I
He's
mean,
got to get it.
Destiny has my Tuesdays and the occasional I need help with the raid throughout the week. But besides that, it's just other that Wildlands, other games.
Wildlands.
Yeah, so definitely a healthy time to play other games. I understand there's that Destiny 2 hype, which in 2 weeks we'll be getting the Destiny 2 reveal. With crazy 2 weeks. It's 2 shows.
Crazy.
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 So I know once all that info starts coming out and we start seeing the reveal, we'll wanna play Destiny, right? Because we'll be so hyped about D2, we'll want to play D1.
Let's raid, guys! Come on!
Come on, so fucking
Oh
pumped.
yeah.
No,
Good.
Oh, I need
Super,
I need Beeline in here.
Okay, Beeline.
I don't know. I don't know if it's general knowledge, but there's some breaking news on Destiny 2 from Europe, and that's that they're screening the Destiny 2 reveal in the cinemas here, and the screening time is 85 minutes. So does that mean we have 85 minutes of Destiny 2 footage?
Possibly. However, Bungie does have a habit of doing 2 things that are time consumers. One, they'll put up a big ass timer counting down from like 10 minutes, right?
Yep.
So that eats up 10 minutes of time right there. 2, Deej takes his sweet ass time, introducing guests.
Yes.
And just talking about what we're gonna talk about.
Stretching.
Yeah.
Just
out
stretching out,
that
what could be a
time.
15-minute conversation, he turns it into like a 45-minute conversation. So the fact that this is screening in cinemas and it's 85 minutes long, it's probably gonna be like a 40-minute thing. but 20 minutes of that is just going to be eaten up by, you know, by
Deej?
By Deej. We're of course going to be in shock and awe of whatever jacket he's wearing that day that glows brightly, and then that'll eat up 25 minutes of the time right there. But that's really cool that it's going to screen up in cinemas over across the seas. That's fucking crazy. I'm kind of jealous now. I have to sit here on my fucking couch. You get to go to a fancy movie theater.
A fucking cinema.
Cinema. I'm gonna start saying that more.
Cinema.
Cinema.
We're not going to the theaters. We're going to the cinema.
Right, we're not going to the movies. We're going to the cinema. Damn, I'm gonna feel so classy.
Damn. The cinema, yeah.
So, guys, aside from D2, let's dive into Pokemon Sun and Moon first, because the midnight form of Lucarnos is going to be available, unfortunately, at GameStop from May 15th until June 5th. This is a code that GameStop employees will most likely have little cards, little piece of paper with a code on it.
Yes.
And the Pokemon, of course, has set moves. It's got Stone Edge, Fire Fang, Sucker Punch, and Sword Dance. This is pretty good moves, depending on what am I thinking about? The nature of the Pokemon. You could potentially have yourself a very good Pokemon. Yeah, again, guys, May 15th through June 5th, so not quite yet. We got a couple days. But go hassle your local GameStop, and if they tell you they don't have it, they are fucking lying, because they got them.
They just don't know that they even have them. They gotta check that.
They don't even know.
Because they don't open their
They're on
front.
the truck, man.
Oh.
Yeah, they fell off the truck, man. So that's all the Pokemon news that we got. Guys, now we're going to dive into the meaty stuff, because this is going to be what I presume to be a good discussion. Injustice 2, which is out on May 16th and has a huge roster. Just amazing roster of characters. And not to mention alternate skins for characters that'll make them look like other characters. So even though that character isn't there, it's like he is. It's pretty freaking awesome. So, like, confirmed, you know, Aquaman, Bane, Batman, Black Adam, Black Canary, Blue Beetle, Brainiac, Captain Cold, Catwoman, Cheetah, Cyborg, Darkseid, Deadshot, Dr. Fate, Firestorm, Flash, Gorilla Grodd, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, Harley Quinn, Joker, Poison Ivy, Red Hood, Robin, Scarecrow, Starfire, Sub-Zero, Supergirl, Superman, Swamp Thing, Wonder Woman, and... what is it? Atrocious? I fucked that up. I butchered that.
You were so close.
So close.
You were so
so close.
I was impressed.
I'm gonna get hate mail from comic book nerds.
Fucking loser.
Sorry guys, I'm not that deep into Wonder Woman. That was bad. So with the Green Lantern, you get the alternate skin. You get Jon Stewart. You also, with alternate skin, you can get Mr. Freeze. You can get Power Girl. You can get the Reverse Flash. So this is like a huge fucking roster. Bad news. What do you think?
I am on the fence.
Why?
My opinion of Injustice 1 definitely was, compared to Marvel Capcom, I find it very clunky. It's the Mortal Kombat guys. I just find their fighting games a bit clunky. But I'll get it. There's no doubt about that. But I'm not as hyped as I should be. Put it that way.
Okay. No, I definitely get you. I'm the character roster is what would like the main meat for me. Like that is the main course.
Yeah. See, if we're going on characters, then yeah.
Right, it's very meaty. And that's kind of what you want in a fighting game. Yes, you want a good style of fighting game. But in respect to what you said, Marvel vs. Capcom and Injustice is kind of like the opposite side of the same coin. Because Marvel vs. Capcom is just that fast-paced fighting style game where Injustice is that slow Mortal Kombat type of, take your time to pull these combos type of game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, definitely there are gamers that like one more than the other. I think I'm that way too. I'm not gonna lie. I think Marvel vs. Capcom, like that one is a definite for me. Like I'm getting that hands down. With the Injustice 2, I can wait till that comes down in price. Am I gonna be a little upset that I don't get Darkseid? Because I didn't pre-order it. Yeah, a little bit. That's gonna kind of suck. But whatevs. I mean, it's just one character or a couple characters that I won't be rocking. The others are there. So DLC, that's what it is. What do you think about them splitting other characters off into DLC?
I'm not a fan of DLC in that way. Like, you have to buy DLC to get a certain character. I'm not a massive fan of DLC like that. They should put everyone in it. Same. I don't like it. It's like you buy a game, then I have to pay.
Me out of more money.
Yeah,
sometimes, I mean, because you have the character model built, right? And then
exactly.
It's not like Overwatch where they added that character like how many months later. You know what I mean? And she wasn't a DLC. It's like, what? You play the game? Here, you can just have her. So she's cool. We love you guys.
Exactly.
Salt is obviously real.
Salt is obviously real. But I mean, with this roster and a possible story, because it looks like the story is getting meatier. I think Injustice and
Zone A lost.
Injustice had a good story, right? Like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't all amazing. It was like set in a different universe, which I mean, if you're a DC fan, there are many universes. So it kind of fit. It worked. I kind of wish they would have dived into the story a little more. But then I guess they were saving that for the comic books, which sold, and that was it, right?
Yeah.
Put your money where the base is going to be. And most of the fan base for Injustice was comic book nerds, so they put most of that story in a comic book. Which cool. I mean, go ahead. I didn't buy the comics. I didn't dive into that story that deep. I kind of wanted my story from the game to be in the game. So it kind of looks like they're rectifying this with Injustice 2. I definitely see a lot more story here. So hopefully they'll give us some more cutscenes. And maybe like a type of horde mode, right? Because that'd be pretty cool. I might just be reflecting my Marvel vs. Capcom 3 expectations onto Injustice 2, but right?
With Ultron in it, I would like to see some kind of minions of Ultron horde mode type
horde
thing.
mode, yeah, where they just get more and more and a little tougher, and maybe there's like a different version after like 5 waves. You get a different type. Yeah, that would be friggin' fantastic. So let's, $100. Go ahead if you got it, if you love it. Injustice, that's going to get you all the characters. But don't forget to pre-order because you won't get Darkseid if you don't. Now let's go, like we were saying, to the other side of that coin. The definite for me, the definite for bad news. I can't believe you spent that much money for Gao and Sugah. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Yeah, hands down, I'm buying the 200. Well, over here, £150 version straight away.
Straight away, £850. See, that sounds a lot more than mine. See, baby, we're lucky. So, already confirmed characters. Captain America, of course. My boy! Captain Marvel, Hawkeye,
What are you talking
Hulk,
about? He's a sleeper agent.
Iron Man, none of that. Rocket Raccoon, Thor, Ultron, Chris Redfield, Chun-Li, Mega Man X, Morgan, Ryu, Sigma, and Strider. Hideo! already, I'm excited for this. Like, this isn't even the whole roster, right? Ideally, how many characters did Marvel vs. Capcom 3 have? I feel like it had like a solid.
4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24.
A lot.
Like, I feel like 25 per side.
Right? I feel like it had like a good 40 to 50 characters in total. Might have to look this up. But so far we've got 3, 6, 9, 12. Man, my eyes are bad. 13, 14. We got 15. We got 15 characters so far. So expecting what? Another maybe 15 more? Jesus.
Yeah, I think
15 to 20 more, right?
Yeah, another 15 to 20 more.
I think Marvel Capcom 2 had about 60 characters, so depending on.
And that's another thing.
There's
like,
gonna be a bunch.
Rosters just seem to be getting smaller as like these things go on.
That's because they want you to pay for them, or they just are lazy and they don't want to make characters for you.
Well,
Exactly.
it's true, but
They
I
cast
mean,
out that line, hoping to catch you and reel you in.
but let's be honest. I mean, like,
be
Bad
honest.
News and I are already getting the $200 version, and we're not getting because it includes all the characters. We're getting it because of the really cool fucking stuff. It's already being dubbed the best collector's
Yeah, it
edition
is.
ever.
Ever. Usually you get like one
Ever.
statue and like some postcards and stuff. This is 4 statues.
This is 4 statues.
The stones.
The Infinity Stones in a case. It's not like they give it to you in a box. They just picked out some rocks and they're like, "Here you go, nerds."
The stones are coming in a case like
yeah,
in
like
Disney,
Yeah.
a clear
right?
case so that you
major-
can see them, but they'll be in like a nice little case.
So you can
don't
display
have to have
them.
out. Exactly, but you're not displaying them like just out and about for the children to touch. No touching.
No touching.
No eating in my case.
True.
No eating.
Take that Infinity Stone out of your mouth right now, young lady. So I mean, yeah, with four statues, my mind is like, bzz, I want to get the deets on these statues. I want to see how tall they're gonna be. But already 4 is very impressive, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever gotten 4 of anything for collectors anything. I think the best. The best collector's edition I think that I've gotten is like a toss-up between Halo 3, right? Because you got the Master Chief helmet.
Very cool.
It is. It's super cool,
It's
and you can
super
put
cool.
games like his head lifts up, and you can put games.
Yeah,
in
like
it.
the bus, the head comes off the bus, and you can put
I have
store
one like
games.
that for Killzone too, gal.
Ooh.
You got a Killzone helmet?
Yeah, because I got the
Damn.
collector's edition was at GameStop.
Damn.
No one.
And I
took
thought
it.
I was a badass because I had a Kratos statue.
So, and then there was the Resident Evil 5 collector's edition that came with the really cool Tricell bag
Oh yeah.
and a Chris Redfield little figure. And a replica of the necklace that Sheva wears in the game.
Oh man, I want to be Sheva.
I didn't wear the necklace, but I took my Wii everywhere in that bag. It was perfect for carrying my Nintendo Wii.
I was gonna say you take your Wii everywhere. I hope so.
So, what's the craziest collector's edition that you've bought? You feel you've gotten the most out of Bad News?
Wow, that's a big question. That is a hard one. I've bought a lot of collector's editions.
Zone C.
Do I still have them? Is the more important question. Which is no.
What?
Who's getting rid of their
Yeah.
fucking collector's editions? Jesus
happened?
Christ.
I've got a Mrs. Bad News who thinks it's junk, so it doesn't stay around very long.
Oh
It's
no!
fucking junk.
You gotta ship that stuff
You
to
tell
America.
me. You tell me that you're lucky to have me. You tell me.
I would say
I was, so you made me get rid of my shit.
I've never made you get rid of anything. I've never denied you anything, baby.
You have denied me stuff, but you've never made me get rid of anything.
I did have all the collector's editions of Assassin's Creed that came with them statues.
Oh yeah, we have one of them.
we
We
have
have the
one.
Black Flag one.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I
Got
had
it.
everyone, like from Enzio to like everyone, and I don't have them anymore. But they are probably my best pieces I have.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I feel for you. Like I want to hold a funeral for all
I
your
am,
stuff
I-
right now.
I know, me too.
So,
Yeah.
so the collector's edition. Yo, this one you better fucking keep, bro. You need to get like a.
She likes. I've converted her to liking Marvel, so
There you
the
go.
Marvel Capcom Collector's Edition will be
So
safe.
those are
and-
safe.
Yeah,
Fucking safe.
and the Destiny 2 Collector's Edition, it's got a bag. She won't know what that is, so it'll be-
She doesn't know what that is.
She won't even know. It'll be fine.
exactly.
Need that to go to work,
I
baby.
bought a grocery bag. Leave me
Yeah,
alone.
you
It's a
know what?
grocery
I just
bag.
bought myself a work bag. Fits my computer and everything.
So it's even got this nifty solar charger. So
Exactly.
yeah, like
Practical.
what characters do you expect to see or hope to see out of Marvel vs. Capcom that weren't named so far? I know they named Rocket. I'm kind of hoping for Groot too.
Zone B neutral.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Dude,
I mean,
Rocket versus Groot would be hilarious.
Groot could be a good character as well with all the
Oh my
the vines and
goodness, yes.
Yeah, his super would be pretty freaking cool. He'd definitely have that reach, almost like Sentinel,
Yeah.
like the Sentinel. You guys think the Sentinel will be back?
I don't think so. I think they're gonna. I think Sentinel's more X-Men, so I
Heavy
think
ammo on the way.
they're gonna lean towards
Guardians
Marvel
of
as
the
in-
Galaxy characters?
yeah,
'cause
film,
it's what's popular
film.
right now.
More film
Yeah,
characters.
exactly.
More characters that we see on film right now.
I mean,
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I reckon they have been X-Men heavy before in the past. I think if anything, they'll keep Wolverine because Wolverine's been in it since the start. They'll most likely also keep Storm, and if they don't keep Storm, they'll keep Jean. They'll keep the Phoenix, just because they were like really good characters to play with. On the Capcom side, I know Jill is a returning character. I know Nemesis is fun to play as. I kind of want like a Licker or like a Tyrant to play as. You know,
A
something.
tyrant would be badass.
Yeah, another Umbrella experiment to just be OP as.
Zone B.
Definitely something I'm looking forward to. Also, I was telling Shug, you know, I'm looking forward more to the skins. You know how you can swap costumes? Because the skins will often give you that other character that you want. Like, Iron Man can be the Iron Patriot, or he can be the Invincible Iron Man, or the Superior Iron Man, depending on how he's colored. You know, same thing with Captain America. That's what I loved about Marvel vs. Capcom 3, you know. You could switch it and
And
all of a sudden...
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man, you got Iron Spider, you know, you got Bucky's Captain America as opposed to just Steve Rogers. So...
I think. Yeah, I'd like to see Ant-Man. I mentioned it in the chat last week. I think
yeah,
Ant-Man would be a good.
Ant-Man would be awesome. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
The lead.
So, Scarlet Witch would be cool. The
Yeah.
Vision... The Vision
Yeah,
would be
Vision.
fucking boss.
Vision would be a good one. Might be a bit OP, but
So here's one that I'm rooting for: Thanos.
okay. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Right, because that'd be, and he has like a super move where he just pulls out the glove, you know, with all the stones on it.
I think he's going to be in it. I mean, he comes with the stones. From what I read, there's quite a big emphasis on the stones in the game. So it would surprise me if he's not in it in some form.
Form or another.
Another one that's a stretch, but would be really cool is Thanos has this love affair with like Death, and Death is personified in the Marvel comics. So it would be really cool if like Death, you know, would be a playable character. Yeah, she would be fucking boss. Of course, Thor, you know, he's always awesome, but I've always wanted to see Odin.
Yeah.
So
Maybe Loki for his magic.
yeah, maybe some Loki. So yeah, definitely, like they definitely have like a lot of stuff they could do. They're giving you Hulk, obviously. They can give you Red Hulk and they can give you Gray Hulk. So it's just they could do so much with this game, and these games are usually pretty awesome. I don't think there's ever been a disappointing Marvel vs. Capcom game. Sure, there's only been 3, but I mean, come on. I could name other things that are in 3 where you are disappointed.
Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah.
True.
Good work.
So I mean, it's like I said, it's definitely a buy for me. I'm gonna cherish this collector's edition, and yeah, already dubbed the best collector's edition ever.
The best.
Wow.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I'm gonna come home with that big box and display my statues and be like, here you go. And then the Infinity Stone's gonna look really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck family photos. I'm displaying my collector's editions.
This is my family now.
Yeah, this is my family now. Here's Uncle Mega Man X and Aunt Captain Marvel. Guys, let's move away from our video game news, and let's move into the next and last segment of the morning, Cinema Madness.
Dun dun dun.
Now, let's start with Resident Evil Vendetta, that CG movie we were talking about, maybe like 6-7 episodes back. It's got a release date, so
Yay.
it's gonna have a 1-day release date for the cinemas. Ooh, I'm like Gow now, using my new words. June 20th. So if you want to go see it in theaters or at the cinema, June 20th is the date. If you just want to wait, watch it at home, you know, on your couch.
I'm gonna wait. Yep.
Next to the cat. July 15th is your date. That's when you'll get it on DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, and digital.
I'm there.
So there you go.
I'm there. Awesome.
It looks good. It looks really good. They gave Leon
Have you
more.
seen all the other CG movies? Have you seen them?
Not all of them. What was the last
when you
one?
come
I didn't see
over
the
and
last
visit-
one. What was the last one?
You come. Damn it! I can run and go look. I have it.
Can run and go look. I saw Degeneration.
There's Damnation.
I saw Damnation.
Oh my god, it's gonna drive me crazy.
I bet it is.
Oh man.
Yeah, guys, we also got.
I was gonna go too.
We also got the trailer for The Defenders.
The Defender.
The Defenders. We're finally putting Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Jessica Jones in a team, and they're going up against La Mano, aka the Hand, for you non-Spanish speaking folks. All right, let's give it to me. Everyone but me and Bad News first.
Bravo team.
Oh, go ahead.
Everybody but you and Bad News first. Well, I think it looks really good.
Control them to victory.
From what I could see, what I've seen, I'm not familiar with them. Do you know what I mean? But it looks like it might be pretty good.
It looks like it might be good. Maybe.
Yep.
I mean.
No,
maybe.
I don't think there's a maybe. I think it looks like it's going to be pretty good.
Now, how many of them have you watched, like, individually?
I've watched Daredevil. I haven't watched Jessica Jones,
Or Luke Cage?
and I haven't been. No, I've never even heard of Luke Cage.
Or Iron Fist?
Well, I heard of Iron Fist through you guys because you want me to watch it on Netflix.
Okay.
You guys want me to watch
which
that
I haven't,
shit,
which I
so-
haven't done it yet.
Well,
But
yeah.
with Daredevil,
But Daredevil, you know, I like him.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just think that whole thing's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
So
beat out of Hell's Kitchen and all, and his whole I mean,
yeah, these street level heroes definitely awesome.
Zone C secure.
Sugar, you happy for the mashup?
I am actually. I was just talking to my cousin. We were talking about this Saturday, Free Comic Book Day. We went out, we did some stuff, we were talking and just discussing how much we like the characters and how well they're going to work together. There was some talk about they're making it so that Iron Fist and Luke Cage did not know each other previously to this. So they are going to kind of almost have to create like some tension in a sense to make them eventually...
it seemed like it, yeah.
Well, because in the comics they knew each other previously, just because, I mean, he's Iron Fist, like people had like heard about him and, you know, stuff, but...
Yeah, it's definitely developed differently because in the comics, you know, Iron Fist, when he's like a defender, he's got all the range of his abilities and he knows what he can do. Where this Danny Rand, he can like only power up the one fist instead of like all, you know, both his fists and his feet to really go ham. So I think they're just, you know, playing this so people kind of get used to his powers and watch him develop and get that connection with the character. Which, I mean, you know, it has to happen. It's part of the it's part of the viewing process, unfortunately. But you know, once they get everyone together, and then once everyone like reaches their full potential, I think season 2 of the Defenders is going to be what's going to be the sexiest.
Yeah, like once we're on track to where we should be. But I'm still excited about season 1. As long as they do things the way they have been with Luke Cage, with Daredevil, like they've been doing a good job with story, and even if things aren't 100% to a T accurate, they're still explaining them in a way that is exciting, and that's what I definitely enjoy. Like, it's almost like, ooh, new storyline. Let me, like, a little different perspective. But I'm just happy that people are excited about characters that are not these typical, you know, your A-lister characters. You're always seen, always known
Your
about
grittier
characters.
ones.
Yeah, so it's exciting. And I mean, I enjoy the way that they're doing it. I think that they're doing a nice job, and I am definitely someone that, you know, we sit and we watch Netflix and, you know, shit.
Yeah, we definitely Netflix and chill. All right, so now let's get into the ranting part of the Defenders. Bad news. Go.
Where do I start?
Where
Now,
do you start?
I mean, overall, I feel other than Daredevil, the Netflix Marvel shows have been a tad disappointing. Now,
Really?
personally, yeah, I mean, Luke Cage, good for the first half, went a bit off track. Daredevil's second season, Punisher's the best thing about it. First season, Kingpin's the best thing about it. It should be called Kingpin. I like Iron Fist, much to my surprise, because I heard a lot of bad things about it.
We
And
did too. We heard
just-
so much bad about it.
Ammo inbound.
yeah, and Jessica Jones, I don't know. It was good. It was good, but I don't know. Right, but Defenders now.
Ammo available.
From the trailer,
5 minutes
I'm
remaining.
probably more hyped about it than any of the others. Just because it looks like we've got that comic chemistry, we've got
Doesn't
the
it?
yeah, we've got the rivalry with Iron Fist, Luke Cage in the trailer having a bit of a scrap. I think it's going to be good, but it's going to be different. You know, it's not following the comics, it's not following that story, but I think potentially it could be the best series out of them all. personally, but
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Definitely. I feel the same way about, Daredevil Season 1. Set the bar so high. I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that, Stephen D. Knight was working on it. And, of course, he's known for Spartacus, and he's done great work there.
Yeah.
And,
Which was awesome.
which was awesome. And that's why Season 1 is just a home fucking run. Unfortunately, they couldn't get him back for Season 2. He's working on Pacific Rim 2, which is also very exciting. But Daredevil Season 2, it was good. It didn't quite match up to Season 1.
Neutralized.
Kingpin, you absolutely hit the ball right there. Kingpin, he was the best thing about Season 1. Obviously, the development of Matt Murdock being the Daredevil stick, and a lot of that stuff that a lot of people that weren't comic book fans would know. The chast, all this stuff. It was implicated awesomely. Luke Cage, I agree. First half was really good. They kind of dropped the ball in the second half. The villain for Luke Cage was a little, they did this whole thing where they made him Luke Cage's brother, and he was underpowered. I feel like too. I feel Luke Cage almost falls in that Superman category where if the bad guy isn't badass, if it's just Lex Luthor over and over again, then it gets boring because
yes, it does.
Because the superhero is just too overpowered. Luke Cage take down the street.
He's indestructible, man.
It's cool. You're the indestructible man. It's fun to watch you take bullets and people be surprised for a few episodes. But if we're gonna be doing that, for another 13 episodes, it's gonna get boring. We need something to up the ante, And it was cool that Luke Cage was shot with what was it, this military bullet that actually penetrated him.
Yeah.
But how often is that gonna come around? It's
I think you touched on it about Iron Fist. If they'd made Iron Fist with the ability to use both feet, both hands, all the power, then Iron Fist the series would have had a similar problem. I like how they contained his power and he couldn't use it all the time, and once he'd used it he was drained and he had to wait, because otherwise it could have been in the same problem. What's the point? Generic goons against Iron Fist, he's gonna win every time.
Yeah. So it's fun watching him take down 100 ninjas in one hallway, but after seeing that 10 times over, you're like, cool, what else you got? And I think Defenders is gonna bring that step up, because you have to have a pretty big threat to not only take on the overpowered Luke Cage, but take on 3 other superheroes as well. So I don't know. They definitely showed Elektra coming back, so that's going to be very exciting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver. I don't know what she's like.
Yeah.
Is she gonna be super powered? Is she just one of those high executive evil business people, or is she something more? And then also, the Hand is always about summoning some evil demon shit. Are we going to see that? Are we going to see them actually summon some sort of evil demon? And this is kind of what the Defenders have to go up against? I kind of hope so. I think that's one of the things that makes the Flash so interesting, is they push their CG with, for example, Gorilla Grodd. Gorilla Grodd is such a great bad guy to the Flash, but if you didn't have the money for that CG or those effects, you wouldn't be able to do him properly.
No.
Which is something that should be done with the Netflix shows. You have those characters that are, some people would say, too comic booky, but it works. It works because you're up against the superhero that's virtually indestructible. So it works.
I'm under the impression that Netflix have a lot more money per show than
you would think.
than CW.
Than your average season for a
so
show.
They should be pushing out them boundaries. Look at, like you said, Flash. CW can't have that much money per episode when you compare it to Netflix and Amazon. So
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe they've
it's
got something up their sleeve.
maybe, but you definitely see where the money is going with the Netflix shows, right? Because A, they come out pretty fast, and B, like the stunt work and the coordinated fights, they're pretty fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie. So to be able to train an actor or actors in that amount of time, and make it look good, I mean, was legit. I think the beginning of Iron Fist, it suffered from that a little because the actor who played Danny Rand, you kind of didn't believe the kung fu moves at first, right? But then once halfway through the season, you like, all right, you like start believing it a lot more. Iron Fist, it wasn't as terrible as people said it was. I definitely feel it suffered like Luke Cage, where they kind of dropped the ball second half of the season. There was all this hype and stuff about trying to get Danny Rand to prove who he really was and taking the company back and all this other great jazz. And then it turns into, the people that Danny Rand is supposed to be fighting. He's actually teamed up with, and he thinks of them as family, and it was more drama than action. I think I want to see more action from Iron Fist than drama, as opposed to Jessica Jones, where I thought Jessica Jones was almost like Daredevil season 1, damn near perfect. The villain was very intriguing. Jessica Jones, I think, was done. Had Luke Cage been done right, it would have looked like Jessica Jones, right? Because Jessica Jones obviously overpowered for any street level thug, but the Purple Man had like a special thing to him, so that could definitely, no matter how strong Jessica was, like the Purple Man is a huge fucking threat to you. So I think that was done really well, and the way they did it, the way they implemented Hogarth, and she, kind of touched on the dark side a little bit, and you see that there's a little bit of dark side of Hogarth. But then during Iron Fist, you see that she's also a good person. So I think Jessica Jones was done well. I think if I were to rank them, it would definitely go Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, or Iron Fist, and then Luke Cage. Had they dropped the ball on that Luke Cage. Had they kept it up, the music was great. It looked fantastic. The cinematography was great. But they dropped the ball on the story. And unfortunately, that's why we're here to watch these heroes, is because of their story. If I just want to see big explosions and pretty colors, I can go see Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
So guys, let's go on to the next bit. Dark Tower also got a trailer. Dark Tower, of course, the very popular, best-selling Stephen King novel, and what Stephen King novel isn't the best on the bestsellers list, right?
Here.
So Gao, you're obviously super fucking hyped about Dark Tower. Did you read the books?
Yes. I read the first Dark Tower. There's like 5 or 6 of them, so it's like his longest running series, but it's so good. I just the whole time shifting and, as he calls it, the ripping through the sky. It's just awesome. I can't wait.
Now you saw the trailer.
Yes.
How much of the book is there in this trailer?
Well, it seems like it's pretty close.
Really?
With the kid, with the kid involved and everything. I mean, I know that, they picked a different character to play him. That's what's in the book, but that doesn't matter to me.
Right.
He's like the last gunslinger, and until he finds the boy, and I don't want to give nothing away. I just hope that they stick with the book. I mean, so far it seems like they are, because of Matthew McConaughey's character and all that. It seems like they're, so it's one of those I'm going to wait and see kind of a thing.
Yeah, definitely. My exposure to Dark Tower was through comics. There was like a Dark Tower comic that was published by, I want to say, Dark Horse. I could be wrong.
I don't know anything about the comics. Did they
Okay. They were
follow
like
along with Stephen King, or did they go off in a different direction?
they kind of did both. It was a prequel, but then you would also flash back or flash forward to the book, to like scenes in the books, which is kind of cool. And the story was cool. The gunslinger thing was cool. I mean, obviously, I play a hunter. I mean, hand cannons are my thing when I'm not using my Mida.
Yep.
But
Yep.
but
This guy's like a magician with it, you know? It's
yeah, the trailer made it look fucking awesome. Like, having never read a Dark Tower book written by Stephen King, like the trailer looked pretty freaking good. I was definitely intrigued.
I mean, of course, you know, the book goes more in depth on him and how he got the skill and just everything. And I just hope they stick with the book.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people hope. You know, Harry Potter fans hoped. Trying to think of other. I mean, for the most part, Stephen King movies. I don't know. It how close was it to the book? You know, I never read it.
It was kind of close to me. If you ever read The Dark Half, that really stayed close to the book.
Okay.
So if they can stay close to his books, it's going to be awesome because of the way he writes and how he can just take you there and just his descriptions of everything that's going on. I mean, you're there, you know, and I just hope they stick with it. It'll be a really good movie. And of course, hopefully there's another one too, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
We'll see.
Looks like it's going to be a big year for Stephen King movies with it and Dark Tower coming out. Bad news.
Now, I
Dark
hope
Tower
it's new.
thoughts.
Well, my exposure, I'll be honest, my exposure to Dark Tower is zero. I don't even know what it's about. But I saw the trailer. I have a kind of man crush on Idris Elba. And I like fantasy films. I like what it looks like. And I've already started doing some research about it now. And like Gal said, I'm probably going to pick up the book before I see the film now because it got me intrigued.
Damn, we should start a reading club.
Yeah,
I
we
mean-
should. And because there's like 5 or 6 Dark Towers.
All right, well, I'm going to do a quick plug here. And this is not a paid plug. This is just a plug because it came into my head. But, guys, if you guys are into audiobooks, so if you want to pick up The Dark Tower and listen to it because you don't feel like reading because you're in the 20th century, what the fuck is reading?
It's
You guys,
a lost art is what it is.
yeah, you guys can go to audibletrial.com / The Loot Cave, and you guys can pick yourself up a free book. Again, that's audibletrial.com / The Loot Cave. And guys, you guys can listen to The Dark Tower. Go ahead and pick that up before you check out the movie, and then we can all tell Gal how horrible the movie was compared to the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I'm
the
looking
books.
forward to it.
But you know, there's nothing wrong with taking some time out and picking up a book and reading the book. Take yourself there, you know. I mean, don't let somebody
So
read
true.
it for you. Just read.
And I mean,
Yeah,
I know we're not talking about books, but I'm currently reading a thing called Space Team. If you like Guardians of the Galaxy, I would recommend this hands down. It's a 5-series book. There's only about 300 pages per book, and it's a similar thing to Guardians of the Galaxy. Very good.
Okay.
Very funny.
Nice. Okay, definitely check that out. So you guys, one more time, audibletrial.com / The Lootcast. You know, when I read the comic books and when I did because I remember getting the free comic book #1 at Comic-Con a couple years back, Wizard World. Came with your badge, and I read it. It was pretty good, and I decided to like read a couple more, and I did. I picked it up for like I think 12 books, and then I like started doing some more research about like what Dark Tower was, because obviously it like slapped on the cover, you know, taken from a Stephen King novel. So I like, you know, did some research on how, you know, he kind of thought up of this world, and how he kind of based The Last Gunslinger on just Clint Eastwood and his, because he used to watch, you know, Dirty Harry, all these Clint Eastwood movies where he's this badass, you know, cowboy, basically a gunslinger. So Stephen King, you know, just he modeled his character, the protagonist, after Clint Eastwood. And now to have Bad News' man crush to play this character, I just like, my thing here is, you know, there was this huge controversy about Scarlett Johansson, you know, being in Ghost in the Shell. Of course, this isn't going to get the same controversy at all. So, you know, we were talking about this earlier in chat, and I was talking about this to a coworker over the weekend. Do you guys think there's like a double standard here?
Yeah, I didn't know. Obviously, I don't know about Dark Tower, but when you were saying about it earlier, definitely. But
I might have to go to the tower.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, and like Al says, I have no problem, you know, with any person playing any character. There are iconic roles that obviously shouldn't be changed, you know. I mean, I have no problem with it, but if there's like an Asian Superman flying on my movie screen, it doesn't feel right. All right? Like, I have no problem with it, you know, that's cool. You know, if Jackie Chan wants to, you know, be Superman, that's fly as fuck. Like, it's going to be interesting to see. Do I think people will be upset about it? Some might. You know, again, for me, it's movies are entertainment. I'm here to be entertained. Yep. And if you think you can entertain me the best, then you can entertain me the best. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if it's a good movie, and of course, if it is, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see like the Power Rangers 6 more. Because Gao said the books are there, the material is there, and if they do the horrible thing where they take one book and split into 2 movies, then you have twice as many movies, guys. Come on, that's twice the money we're making off these nerds. They're already paying $200 for fucking statues, plastic statues. Let's fucking just cut the movie in half. Guys, last bit of cinema news here. Blade Runner 2049 in 2017. I saved this one for last because it might get heated. I think it's gonna get fucking heated. Okay, if our last discussion wasn't edgy enough, this one is. Cause Bad News thinks. Go ahead, tell him, Bad News. You tell him. I don't even want to. The words can't even come out of my mouth. Yeah, sit down, Gao.
Like I said at the beginning, yeah. Well, I watch a lot of films, and I feel like Blade Runner is one of the most overhyped films I've ever seen. I thought it was absolute garbage.
The most overrated piece of shit I've ever seen in my life.
That's garbage.
Yeah. I just
yeah, it was like Gordon Ramsay putting down a movie. Yeah. He was like, "You fucking donkey, you like that movie?" I was like, "Damn, Bad News, you don't have to go off on me like that."
Yeah, I mean, I'm not hyped for this new Blade Runner at all. I probably won't even watch it. Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
Gowsy, of course, loves his Harrison Ford. I think that's his man crush.
That was our secret. God.
Yeah.
Gal, how much did
secret
you like
around
the
here?
original Blade Runner?
I really liked it. I'm sci-fi all the way, so I loved it. I just thought it was good. I mean,
So
and
good.
now, yeah, and there's another one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it takes place 30 years after the events of the original. I had watched the original. Years back. I used to work at a movie rental place.
I'd have to say though, on the previews, I'm sorry to interrupt, but on the previews, when Harrison told that guy, who is it, Ryan Gosling? Is that who it is?
Yep.
He told him, he said, "Yeah, I used to be a Blade Runner." He goes, "Yeah, well, things were simpler back then." I was like, "And all the shit that he went through, holy crap!"
Holy crap!
Go ahead.
So yeah, no, I wonder what they're gonna do now. But we'll get into that in a sec. I used to work at a video store, so of course it was like free movies and watching movies all because you'd put in a movie to watch while you're in the store. Because you need to have something playing to encourage people to rent stuff.
It's true.
So
Don't play Blade Runner because they're not going to rent it.
oh my god!
Oh man,
Well,
no
this
way.
yeah, this video rental store was in the U.S. So where we worship Harrison Ford. Doesn't matter how bad of a movie he does. 6 days, 7 nights. So
I won't fly in a plane with him, but I'll go see his movies.
I'll go see his movies. I saw it. I thought it was cool. Especially because it like not only touched on like it had that gritty Star Wars look, right? Because a lot of future movies were like shiny and metallic and like the future is bright
Right.
and technology-ish.
Yeah.
And this had that like gritty off-world third planet. Everyone that's rich is living on another world.
Dark.
You're stuck on Earth feeling. And that was really cool. And then the fact that the story was man builds robots basically for slavery, for fucking, so we don't have to fucking work. Robots are taking our jobs. And then the robots are like, why the fuck are we fucking taking people's jobs? We should be doing whatever the fuck we want. So there's like huge mutiny, robots killing people, and then people were like, whoa, these robots are fucked up. We need to make a police task force to fucking hunt down robots. Robots are fucking illegal, and if we see a fucking robot here, we're gonna fucking hunt you down and we're gonna kill it.
A replicant.
Replicants, right. Well, we're dumbing it down for people, but yes, replicants. And the Blade Runner is basically that special tactical force, which in the movies, you only see two in the original Blade Runner, right? The guy that can't get the job done, which is played by James Edward Olmos, right?
Yes.
And Harrison Ford. Those are the only two Blade Runners in that movie. And then Harrison Ford is kind of retired. He hasn't been a Blade Runner for a while, but they kind of force him back. Another thing I liked about the movie was it had that 80s style Lethal Weapon cop type of feel to it, but in the future, right?
Yep.
But so like that was like one of the things that grabbed me. Like was the feel of the movie and the way it was written. Like it was written to be this kind of I don't know, this kind of like an over
film noir, you know.
yeah, film noir almost, you know.
Takes you back to like the Untouchables, but like
Right, it really does, but in the future, you know, like a gritty ass nasty future. And then you know the owner of the Terrell Company, you know, they create the other cyborg that she doesn't know that she's a replicant. And then Harrison Ford gives her the test, and then she figures out that she's a replicant, so he has to hunt her down too. Falls in love with her, leaves with her at the end of the movie, right? I wonder where that's gonna go. You know, I wonder if she had that defect built into her that the other replicants had, where after 4 years they die. Or if she's different somehow. I wonder if she'll still be right. I guess we'll find out. Also, like,
or if there's someone that's improving them.
all right, that's what I was about to say. Is there someone making new replicants, new and improved replicants?
Someone trying to keep him alive.
You know, and I mean, even though Tyrell died
and
at the end of
and harder to detect.
Yeah, you know, even though Tyrell, the owner of the company, died at the end of the movie, you know, Steve Jobs passed away, but Apple is still fucking strong as fucking coming out with new iPhones. So, you know, I think about it that way. Like, I'm sure
what was
someone
it in Blade Runner that gave them away? Their eyes, right?
Yeah, it was their eyes, and when they were asked certain questions, they'd have unnatural reactions to them. And then a lot of them, because the newest model was the one that had memories implanted in her, so she thought she was a real person, but the other models didn't have that. So, you know, you'd ask a robot, like, what's your mother's maiden name? And of course, depending on how they answer, it's like, your ass is a robot. My bank would tell me that I'm a robot because I often forget my mother's maiden name. So, replicant, whatever, go. Definitely a big roster for this new one. Okay, so we have Ryan Gosling, of course. That might be my man.
Yay.
Harrison Ford. We've got Jared Leto. We've got Lenny Jones, Dave Bautista. Like, fucking Drax is in this. Drax is in this motherfucking movie.
And you know he's a
popular.
replicant.
Drax,
People like him.
Han Solo, fucking the Joker, and who should have been Captain America. They're all in this movie. So, I just think he does it better, Steve Rogers, than Chris Evans. So I'm excited for this motherfucker.
I am.
It's not being, you know, it doesn't have the same director, it doesn't have the same writers. So it's going to be fun to see where a fan of Blade Runner takes the next chapter of Blade Runner. You know, or maybe they're like Bad News and they hated Blade Runner and they're like, I'm gonna make it better. Blade Runner 2.
Number 2.
I hope they don't do that. I hope they keep with what they were doing.
I definitely hope they keep with the style. Even though Bad News fucking hated it, I hope they fucking stick with the style.
I mean, that made that movie an instant classic. It was so good.
Definitely. So yeah, guys, there you have it. It's gonna be it for tonight. For today.
Tonight.
It's morning. What am I
So
doing?
go to bed, kiddies.
So go to bed, kitties.
The kiddies have just woken up. I don't know about going to bed.
Wake up, kiddies.
So, guys, there you have it. Let's do plugs before we get out of here. Gauzy, where do people look for you?
They look for me on Twitter at DJJGow, and they look for me on Facebook at Dave Jersey, Plattsburgh, New York.
Fantastic.
Voila.
I'm looking at your character now because he's sitting in front of me. You almost look like a pilgrim. You know how they had the white knee socks and then like
The little
the
buckle
boots
on the
with
boot.
the buckle on the boot.
And then the black flap standing up.
It's exactly what it looks like to me right
Somebody
now.
said they were serving turkey.
Oh my goodness.
Get out of here.
Sugah,
Anyway.
where can people find you?
Online at Della Red. Whether that be the Instagram, the Twitter, or the Facebook.
You can also find Gao on
Or the Facebook.
baddadjokes.com.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh!
Bad News, where can people find you?
I am everywhere as Bad News Brown 8. So search that name and you will find me.
Bad News Brown 8, because there were 7
Twitch.
before him. I'm thinking he's a replicant. He's the 8th model.
He's the 8th model. Number
No,
8.
8. Funny story, 8 is my lucky number.
Oh.
And I have a tattoo of a number 8 sideways on my arm,
You
which
mean
is
the
the
infinity
what?
In the Infinity Sign?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, that reminds me of a bad dad joke. Is what did the 0 say to the 8?
Oh my god, what did he say?
What do you say?
Nice belt.
Nice belt.
Oh.
Again, guys, that's baddadjokes.com, and he's under DJJ Gao. Guys, I am Soopkichen, that's SOOPKICHEN, and like Bad News Brown, you guys can find me here on Twitch, on Twitter, and on YouTube. Bad News even has an Instagram like me. He's trying to be me.
Wow.
Yeah, I have YouTube. I forgot about YouTube.
Oh.
I have YouTube.
Well, we know Bad News is man crush, but anyway.
Oh.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. However it is that you tune in when it's live here on Twitch later on YouTube. We appreciate the support. We appreciate you guys being here, watching these episodes. If you're on watching it on the YouTubes, on the tubes of the U's,
You do.
please drop us a like and subscribe. Let's get those numbers up, guys.
Show the love.
Show the love.
Show
Guys,
the love.
Show me that
thank you
love
very
me.
much. Bad News. It's been fun having you, man. This is good.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
Thanks
that's-
for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, definitely. And we'd love to have you back again sometime.
It's true. The conversation was good.
Yeah, maybe after the Destiny 2 review.
Oh, yes, definitely.
I want to get those thoughts out there. But yeah, guys, thank you very much. We'll catch you next week where, I don't want to say anything, but I'm very excited about our guests next week. Not that I haven't been excited about any of our guests, but but next week's guest, guys, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yep.
Guys, thank you, and have a good day. Have
Bye,
a
guys.
great Reset Tuesday.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.